Hi gem lovers, this is David Artinian with Artinian Gems and welcome to the Gem Hunt. Today I'm going to take you to a remote area of south central Sri Lanka and we're going to go to a sapphire mine. People ask me, why do you do this? Well, I do it to connect you with the miners, with the sources, so you can really understand where that beautiful ring and that beautiful pendant gemstone comes from. So enjoy it, and I'll talk to you again at the end. Gemstone lovers, this is David Artinian from Artinian Gems, and we are in rural Sri Lanka at a very interesting mine. It's called Katir, and there's a gem pit behind me, and also there's a river down there where they're digging in the river and they're washing the gems and they're looking in the water for the gems, kind of like how they search for gold. But this is a blue sapphire and yellow sapphire mine. It's an older mine, but it's still producing really well. Let's go and take a look. See down below how they're digging in the dirt. They're trying to pull up the soil, and they're going to sort out all that soil to find blue sapphire, yellow sapphire, and maybe some other gems in this river. You can see the area and how they partitioned it off. Isn't that fascinating how they're digging in the rivers to find the gem material? People sometimes ask me, well, how did it get in there? How did those gems get in the river? Well, back in prehistoric, ancient times, the gems were up in the mountains. But as the rock weathered, it broke up and it washed the rock into the rivers. And you have some of these active rivers right here, as you saw before, and then there's going to be ancient riverbeds which are dry now. But anyway, this rock material, the sapphire, which is harder than the surrounding rock, tended to survive intact. And so it would wash down into the rivers, and it would collect in bends and in pockets. And that's what they're doing. They're digging in the river to bring up the material that survived in its crystal form. Next, we're going to go to a gem pit where they dig straight down. They dig the shaft straight down because that was actually an ancient gem river there, an ancient part of the river that got covered up and covered up and covered up, and is actually a rice field on top, and then beneath is the ancient gem-bearing gravel. So have fun with this, and we'll talk to you in a minute. You can see how they have to be constantly pumping water because this is below the water table. We've got the electricity down here. Makes a person a little nervous with all this water and electricity. So there's a bag of dirt going up. We're going to go down a little further.
Go. No, man.
And see what's down here. This is where they're digging. The tunnel goes down here. The tunnel also goes straight. We're following the tunnel. Okay. And you can see a little side tunnel here where they're digging further. This is all at the gem-bearing gravel area. So up above is the rice field. And the rice field is the overburden. And they have to dig down to the level of the ancient gem-bearing gravel. Wasn't that interesting? Down there, about 40 feet below the surface, you can see what they did. They're honeycombing all around. So the shaft goes down. They're in the honeycombing all that area looking for the blue sapphire, the yellow sapphire, and other gems. But you can see that they have to constantly be pumping water because it's so far down. And you can see where, like, there's a gem pit over here, there's another gem pit over there, and they bring up the dirt, they put it on that pile there, then they're going to sort it, they're going to wash it, they're going to extract the rough gems from it. So wasn't that fun? We're in rural Sri Lanka at a live gem mining site. Isn't the process fun? I mean, these are families, these are co-ops, these are all people whose lives are benefiting from the gemstones. This is no big conglomeration that's coming in, tearing up the land and destroying it. This is all sustainable. They grow crops over the top, and when they're done, they fill it in, they move on to the next area. Even in the river, it's all sustainable. So I hope you enjoyed the process of how these gems come to you. And we will hopefully see one of these beautiful gems in one of your next rings or pendants. Thanks again for your time, and I hope to see you soon.